Does that fit in? Yeah, okay. So this is Pokemon World GPT by Deadbed, another game made in 7 days for the PokeJam 3. And I'm guessing the idea here is that these are all like AI generated Pokemon. And I guess a lot of the game is going to be AI generated. I'm confused. Do I want to open the save? Okay, going by the lack of... I think I should not be using this save. Let's restart. New game. Are we there yet? I feel like I've been walking for hours. Well, you're not wrong. What do you think, Quinny? Should we take a rest? Did you just call me Quinny? Of course not, Quinn. I would never do such a thing. That's what I thought. Alright, everyone. Break time. Yay! I call for shade under the tree. Hey, no fair! Remind me again why we had to bring the twins? My mother told me to bring them along, just like your father forced you to take Axel with. Remember when this was only supposed to be us exploring this place? Your assignment was to explore a new area and document the Pokemon there in order to become a professor. Not to bring along 3 pests as well. You know I can hear you, right? Speaking of pest. Queen, that is no way to talk about your brother. Listen, I didn't plan on doing this either. However, since I'm already here, I will help out my classmate. See, why can't you be nice to your brother for once? What was that? I don't know, you are the professor in training, whatever that was. It's close. Well, it looks like some children stumbled into trouble. What in the Arceus? I haven't heard of this Pokemon before. How about we have some fun? Oh, your instincts kicked in as you lunge at the Pokemon. Did we just animorphs into a monster? A wild Ryota has appeared. Power courses through me. I guess I'm like an Animorph? I can transform into a Pokemon? And get some fat XP. Ooh, some really fat XP. My work here is done. That was easy. I should make sure everyone is alright. Ah, get away from me! I'll show you what happens when you attack us. As you come to your senses, you realize your body has changed. Stay away from my brothers! Wait, brothers? Cypher, is that you? I'm so confused what's happening. How do you know my name? Cypher, it's me, Quinn. Quinn isn't a fox, don't lie to me. A fox? Cypher, what are you? I'm a fox! I'm a fox and you are... What are you? I'm a human, right, Axel? Oh no, not another one. Cypher, it's me, Axel. Stop lying. If you don't believe me, look at yourself. Okay, I believe you, but what the Arceus am I? Oh no, what about the boys? See, Zem, come over here. Oh no. Hey sis. Oh cool, you're all Pokemon as well. Well, at least you're calm about your situation. Oh man, we turned it back. I'm gonna find that scary Pokemon so we can be Pokemon again. Oh my god. Hey, wait for me. Boys, come back here. I'm gonna help Cypher. You track down that Pokemon. With the power of that unknown Pokemon, you are now able to transform into Pokemon. So I guess whenever we enter a battle, we're gonna transform. We have an Axelio with guts. So I guess if we ever get a Flame Orb or something, that will work out well. Let's save over that other file that seems to be in here. Yes. And we have Axel here. Okay, let's get a move on. Nothing to the left and right. I don't know whether 2 brothers went over before then, but... Increasing stats is different in this game. Instead, your stats increase via encounters. Specific Pokemon will increase 1 stat more than the rest. The only thing levels affect is your moves. This goes for you and every counter you come across. Every counter? So I guess I want to be beating up random encounters because that's the only way to really grab stronger, to get stronger. I can do that, easy peasy. It kind of seems to work like EVs, I guess. But more substantial. Luckily, all the Pokemon here seem to be Grass type, and I am Fire type. Ooh. Normally I would just like be running away from these wild encounters, but I guess since it seems like it's quite important that I use them to get strong, I will beat them up. If I can. I'm getting rolled out. Oh, wow, okay, a Venipede just beat me up. Hopefully the game doesn't break. Okay, we're all good. Cerubia would be proud of that Venipede wiping out me, my poor Axleo. Or just me, I guess. The Axleo is me. Okay. I think if I see a Venipede, I'm just running. I'm not risking the rollout again. Can't quite afford that. I need to change the stream title, I'm so dumb. Pokemon World GPT. So I'm not too sure what the background of this game is. Like, it's called GPT, so I'm assuming that the monsters in it are AI generated, but I really don't know. Since it's a PogJam game, there's no like thread associated with it to give me background information. So just gotta kind of take a guess. And even if it was on Velvet Castle is currently down for the count, so I wouldn't be able to read it anyway. Okay, let's not fight a Wooper, because I think Wooper will destroy me. But can I cut down a tree? I don't think my attack can break this. Why? What does that mean? I think it's been a linear path so far, right? Does that mean I need to level up a tiny bit more until I just learn cut from level? There's no healing point, is there? Okay. I guess I'll grind to level 10 and then find out. And while I do that, I'll start backtracking a little bit. Just to see if there is anything back here that I missed. Don't think so. I feel like I would remember a branching path. And sadly the monsters here, because this is the early area, don't quite give us much XP. Yeah, this is where we came from. Okay, so I think we just gotta get to level 10 then. Just gotta grind up a little bit. So we can walk our way back to the cut tree. At least we'll have lots of like the Eevee equivalents. Can I risk it against a Venipede? I'm level 9 now. I've defeated a ton of monsters, so why not? Yeah, we're good. Okay, just a tiny bit more XP. Level 5 Caterpie, is that going to be enough? Probably not. think I need like one of those level 7 Pikachus again. Not long till the summer jam now, which is terrifying. Oh, welcome Kakarot, welcome. I'm playing Chat GPT, not Chat GPT, I'm playing... Oh, well, have you played the Eevee game yourself? It's very... That's strange. I don't really understand what happened there. It is a very cute game, yeah, I liked it a lot. I don't really understand what just happened. I think because I'm level 10, it now lets me beat up trees. But I have no idea. Ah, that's a shame. Oh, stat walls. Oh. Right, okay. So I did need to grind to get past him, but not in the way that I thought. So considering there's stat walls in this game, I really should try to take down every encounter. Oh, sick burn. So what we've done, we've done Rock Smash. Are we gonna see a... I don't think we'll get a Surf barrier. Oh, just encountering them raises the stats as well. Huh. Oh, Nurse Pog. Thank you, I will take a rest. But I think there'll probably be like a Strength Boulder as well, right? Well, I will try to fight the encounters to stay, you know, immersed and not abuse the systems too much. Although that burn is very annoying. Luckily he can't do like any damage to me, but... Are we really just gonna have to wait out a burn here? Okay, I woke up, here we go. Ta-da, level 11. Okay, I am very grateful that it seems like 90% of the encounters seem to be weak to fire. Makes things go a lot more smoothly when I only have one Pokemon and it's a fire type. So thank you, Deadbed, for that. A Cypher level 12. It'd be cool if there's like a way to see what stats go up after each encounter. Like obviously this is a 7-day game, so it's not gonna be the most refined, perfect product in the world. But like it would be cool to see like a UI pop up or something, just a quick little screen showing what stats went up from beating a battle. Because the only way to do it right now is to actually check your status or whatever in between every battle. Yeah, right? Which is like quite tedious. And you have to have like quite a good memory to remember those 6 or 7 numbers or whatever. Okay, I seem to have reached another wall, but I've got the stats to get over it. Let's get the Pogberries. I haven't checked what Pogberries do yet. Bag. Heal HP by 40. Okay, dokie. Cypher should be easy. Kakarot, do you know the background behind why it's called World GPT? Are the monsters like AI generated and that's why? Because I wasn't too sure about that. I mean, he doesn't, like, it's a pretty good design to be honest. And he has all his fingers intact. He doesn't look weird. Hey, Axel! Everything was made of, mostly everything. Does that, like, extend to the script, or... I'm not sure. Any luck finding a Pokemon yet? Nothing yet. How about the twins? No luck there either. You down to fight real quick? I'm sorry? I want to test out this form a little more. Make sure I can hold my own in battle, you know? You know what? Sure. I'll give it my all. I wonder if we're going to get her as a party member after we beat her. Quindigo. I guess like Queen and Dingo. I don't know what type you are. Dark type? Yeah, seems so. Just spam Embo and hope for the best. One more attack. Flame Charge. I don't know what's better, my physical or my special. I'm just going to say my physical's better. I think they're probably fairly equal if I'm just getting random stat ups. I'm going to climb this cliff here and see if I can find others. Good luck tracking that Pokemon. Yeah, everyone kind of just ran off, huh? My defense isn't... Oh, so now it's telling me what stat I need. Oh, I guess before it was saying my attack, but I misinterpreted that. Maybe general plot I learned, but I doubt. But I know the specific set about encounters and stuff. Encounters as well. That's actually crazy that it can create PBS files. We're getting scarily close to the reality of completely randomly generated Pokemon fan games. Which is cool, technology-wise. But I don't want to play 20 jam games which have all been randomly generated from ChatGPT. What's my defense? So my defense is currently 100. That must be the boundary, right? Originally I was going to try to make a game with ChatGPT controlled it all, but I feel someone else would also do it, and I want to try something different. Yeah, like I think that'd be interesting. Like this is a pretty interesting game which uses like ChatGPT. And I do genuinely think the monster designs they've picked are pretty good. Which is maybe quite scary, but it's quite cool, I guess. It's like there was a indie game I played once, which was essentially kind of like a text-based adventure game. And how a lot of text-based adventure games work is you have to input a command like go east or dig tree, cut tree. Like you have to type in the commands physically. And so all with a lot of text-based adventure games is that they require like a really hyper-specific input to work. Like you might say chop tree, but it's like what is chop? Because it's looking for you to write cut tree. And so that's kind of like where the genre of text-based adventure games is really aged, I feel like, because it's just such a tedious way to play a game. But the indie game I played recently used like an online AI thing which tries to adapt using it. So it's constantly changing the list of acceptable words depending on what players enter, which I think is quite a cool way to put it. Like maybe in a standard text-based adventure game, it would have to be like noun, verb in that order every time, but because of the like acceptable answers as being managed live by a computer, it could adapt and accept different sentence formats, like look at the tree instead of just tree look, which I think is quite cool. Oh, we've got a big jump here. Oh, he's just trudging through the ocean. Oh no, it's not like the content wasn't created by the AI. The AI was just there to manage like acceptable answers for the puzzles. So the game had like a proper end. But because of how it was done, it made it a lot more flexible than like a standard text-based game, where all the answers would have to be written in quite rigid formatting. Maybe I should not be trying to take down this rock type. So for some reason, the save that I got when I downloaded this game was right at this part in the game, which makes me think that the final boss is a few steps away. So I do not want to be going into the final boss paralyzed. So I'm going to quickly run back. Really, I walked on like 2 steps of grass and I got an encounter. You're joshing me. We'll walk back, heal, and then we can try this boss again. Okay, music's changing. It's getting a bit intense. I feel like randomly generated infinite content doesn't really work too well anymore. Yeah, right? Like it works out well there. I don't really like AI making contact. Put an A. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Yeah, like I'm all for AI. It's crazy how like recent developments of AI have made me way more anti-AI than I should be. Like AI is such a broad term and it has so many uses. But because of everything that's been happening recently, whenever I hear AI, I almost immediately think it's solely in regards to content creation. And I think that's where I really don't like, or where I'm anti-AI, is when it comes to content creation. Yeah. I'm guessing I need 150 defense to climb this mountain. It's like one of the worst things in Skyrim, I feel like, and I think people are gonna disagree with me about this. I'm sure some people enjoyed it. Yeah, ideas as well is quite cool. Like, it's a very good support tool. But Skyrim had these like raiding quests. I think they marketed them under the name raiding quests. And the idea of how they worked is that they would just randomly generate some quests forever. So for the Dark Brotherhood, for example, you could just constantly generate assassination targets. And I feel like none of those quests were fun. Like, I don't know, in my opinion at least. Yeah. I feel like that was such like a flop. Okay, defense is 150. Mainly good for money. Well, I found whenever I did the Assassin's Brotherhood one, like, my bounty would just go up. And I didn't accomplish much. And I would feel bad for killing some random strange in the world. We're a long way off having any AI-controlled games, so AI is not really as smart as they seem. As things go on, they just get dumber and they lose memory out of context pretty quick, so it just becomes a mess. Yeah, that's true. Like, there's so much context to everything. Like, that's why I'm kind of surprised to hear that it could learn how to do PBS files. Because, I don't know, all the knowledge in the universe is quite a deep well. And if you want to go beyond something like draw a flower, it might get a bit hard. My defense isn't high enough. What? My brother in Christ, I just did the last defense threshold. What do you want me to get to? I'm having to grind on this tiny hill? Right, that's pretty cool. I do find that really interesting. I've never used it, but like in my language classes a lot doing Japanese, I've seen a lot of people use it as like a more like a easy language learning tool, like a helpful language tool. Like if you're confused about like how something conjugates, it will tell you and it will explain why something like a verb conjugates in that way, which is really cool. You don't need to like dig through multiple websites trying to find out specifically what you're looking for. Right, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so you can't go before V19 for like formatting. Yeah, right, exactly. That's the language I've been learning, and a lot of people in my Japanese class will learn it to like will use ChatGPT and it will have like good information, almost like a better Google Translate that can also explain things to you, so you're actually learning and not just copy pasting. Look at that jump. Welcome Zeta, welcome. Getting through the last of my PogJam games today, I believe. After this one, we just have one more that I want to play. Flame charge is disabled, you bitch. Okay, so I'm a bit worried. I've got like 2 PP on flame charge, and this guy looks like a grass type. What's up, Cypher? I saw the twins go inside the cave, but I'm too scared to follow them. Why is that? You guys can turn into these strong Pokemon. I got this weird thing. How about some practice? What do you mean by practice? Let's have a match. You can use that to learn about your abilities and be strong enough for the cave. If it will help me get my brothers, let's do it. Can't wait for PogJam 4 to have 70 entries at it. Blah. No. Yeah, it's crazy though, because in comparison to PogJam 2, and I didn't play any of the PogJam 1 games, but PogJam 3 had not only more games, but it feels like the average length of each game has gone up a lot. Like, there were only a couple PogJam 2 games that were like over an hour, I want to say. And most of them that were over an hour were just battle simulators, so it kind of fits that well. But there's been like fairly substantial length games this PogJam, and there's been a lot of them. Also, just checking, I don't... Yeah, okay, I haven't been picking up other party members. Okay, heal me up, Pognurse. Bit worried about the encounters in this cave because they're like rock and fire type. But you know what they say, beat fire with fire. Yeah, that was like almost a full Fire Emblem game, essentially. made in a week. Under Your Bed was also like... It was pretty long, I feel like. It had an ending, it had a start, it had a middle. It's all really impressive. Bloody Kenny made like 5 unique boss battles. Maybe not 5, maybe it was 4, but like, oh my god. I do like the use of the pog tiles to tell you where to stand to use your abilities. I think that's a nice touch. I thought Cypher was the last one. What do you mean by the last one? I was hiding while Cypher passed by. I saw Quimber go by earlier, and I thought you had already passed us. You guys were ahead of everyone, so I failed to see that logic. Can't tell Cypher that I hid from him. She's your sister. They've been worried about you two. Of course I'm going to tell them. Not if I stop you. Not if I have anything to say about it. 2 more simple game, but I'm kinda... Yeah, well, I will say you can go like... And what I want to do one day is like really enjoy making games that are like a unique gameplay and then just make them on a small scale so it's very doable and I don't have to kill myself making it. Like, for example, Eevee Goes to School. Really unique formula there. And I think you can make a small scale game that's still very unique and memorable and awesome. Are you done? Yes, go find your sister and brother. I'll be right behind. Make sure you don't stray off the path. So I think we've got, what, 1 more person or 2 more people to find? Let's just run from the fire types. Yeah, I think we know we can take down a Torkoal easily. I mean, the same stuff's happening with the regular game jams as well for Relic Castle. I'm really excited for Summer Game Jam that's coming up in a few days. I say a few days, like 10 days now, I think, going off of that time zone. Like 10 days away from the next Summer Game Jam. I'm very excited to see what people make. Go big or go home. Yeah. Oh, Kenny's cooking. I'm excited to see what Kenny's cooking. Speaking of Kenny cooking, Kenny's also, meanwhile, cooking Far-Fetched Story 2, which I've been seeing the screenshots of. It looks awesome. My defense isn't... Everything relies on defense here, huh? Kenny did joke about Bike Rampage 2 and whatnot in Bike Rampage. Yeah, RC's still down, but I'm hoping that they'll have it fixed by when the game jam's supposed to start. I like that you just had to clarify, because with the timing of everything, it sounded almost like you were saying that you're working on Bike Rampage 2 right now. I'm looking forward to Far-Fetched 2. That'll be fun. I'm hoping to really stream a lot these holidays, because there's been so many fan games on my like to play list, and also regular games too. So I'm hoping to just really play a lot, get them out, play lots of games, have some fun. Like, I haven't even played Little Root Researchers yet, and that is something I want to play. Yeah, I know. Like, so unique, really fun to play, really well-designed boss battles. Like, it's one thing to have a unique idea that is really interesting on paper, but it's a complete another thing to actually execute it well and design maps and boss battles that complement the mechanics. Like, you can have the idea of Bike Rampage, but you could just make 10 bland maps with no new mechanics, with boring unlockables, and then boss battles which don't play well. But somehow Kenny made it really good. Let's see. Lunatone's like one of the Pokemon that I fear the most for some reason, because I always think of it as so like unassuming, because it's just like a rock, but it's got pretty damn good stats, especially when you're like low level going up against it. Okay, do I have defense yet? I do. Poggers. I kind of need a nurse though, because I'm running low on HP. I might just run from this and see what I can do. Bike Rampage was the first game where I had my epic game designer hat on. Well, I imagine you put some game design and hat on for Pivot as well. Keep it on. Because Pivots obviously requires a lot of thought to figure out how to make everything work together nicely. But I guess a lot about a pivot is also just trial and error. You make decisions and then you tweak them. He's cooking. Gonna make that Thanos meme of what is he cooking and then just change your head to a Lotad with sunglasses. Oh, hello Helga. I was looking through my Pokemon cards because I was like organizing my collection. And I realized I've got a Mega Houndoom card and I was like, oh my god, it's Helga from Hellgirl. It's crazy how much of like an impact on my like 2 megabyte brain that I have Hellgirl has made on me. Seems like just one of those fan games that I'm never gonna forget. Even though it's just a battle sim, like, it's weird, right? Just the presentation of that game knocked it out of the park. Flamethrower, yes please. Especially since I'm out of PPE. I do! Oh my god, Kenny, I can't believe you remember that. I know, I vowed to do Hellgirl on a no-death run. Kenny, it would have been so much better if you just forgot about that. I could have just taken that secret to my grave. I'll try to go back at some point these holidays. Got a lot that I want to play, but I'll try to get through it. I'm gonna... Flash Fire. Okay, we are not fighting you, then, Flareon, if you have Flash Fire. I want to try to spend my mornings... When I stream in the morning, like this around this time, I say morning, it's nearly 2 PM. I want to try to allocate this time for fan games, and then I want to all my late night streams to be like different indie games, for example. I got a couple Metroidvania games that I want to play. I thought they'll be fun to play on stream. I guess it doesn't help that I have the Hellgirl just staring me in the eyes, making sure I can't forget. Okay, this guy is probably going to be Fire type, so I am going to go ahead use some of my Pog Berries. Although 40 HP does not really matter when I have 347 HP. How dare you attack us? I just got here. I didn't do anything. This time I'm ready for you. Ah! Aren't you just like a kid? Why are you so angry at me? I'm just like, let me through, Z. I'm not trying to attack you. I guess he doesn't realize that I'm a monster. But the other guy who's a monster recognized all of the monsters going past. I made a game on the last winter jam? I lose track of time. I don't know when Holly was. I think I made it for the last summer jam, Holly. The mandatory... Was there anything mandatory? The theme? The theme was simple. It was the summer jam 7. And I made Holly because it just revolves around a simple fishing mechanic, and that's it. The Pokemon showed up again and did something to Quinn and disappeared. Quinn then ran off screaming. The others ran after them a few minutes ago. I was scared, so I hid here. Alright, go ahead. I'll be right behind. Let's go get that Pokemon. On it. Right, yeah, I did like one dev stream of Holly, and I went slightly crazy during it. Because I had to map like what 4 maps in one stream, and I was just so mind melted by the end of all of that. And I like some of those maps, with the exception of one of them. But yeah, my mind turned to mush. Thank God I have ECAT tiles though, because I think that definitely helped improve those maps. Hello there, I'm your Pog Nurse. Yes, thank you. I've been missing you, Pog Nurse. Now, we all know how JRPGs work. Icy areas tend to be the final area. So I think we're near the end. I might save, actually, in case something goes wrong. A sea? A dugong, sorry, not a seal. Let's run. Ice type is nice, but you're also water type. Tundra's Edge. Oh, this seems like the edge of the game. Let's take down the Swinub for our last bit of stat up. It did 3 damage to me, the poor Swinub. It did about less than 1/100th of my HP. Quinn, stop! I think I found them. What's going on? Something happened to Quinn. She isn't herself. Oh no, Quinn, it's me, Axel. Everything's okay. Just tell me what's going on. Help me. Oh? Oh. Quai, that's quite a badass design. So, dark type I take it, but we're just gonna spam flamethrower, make you eat shit, and yeah, and fish up some victory if I say so myself. Oh, thank you for hydrate. I've honestly been forgetting to drink water. For some reason, water now being like on my left, out of my sight, I kind of forget that I have it and I forget to drink. I'm not used to streaming from here. What's up, Fabi, bird? Hey, I'm back to me. What was that for? I'm surprised someone was able to beat us in our combined form. Listen, I want to make a deal with you. Queen, that Pokemon took control of you. Don't try to reason with it. I did that because I was tired of being lonely. Lonely? I'm only one of my kind. Haven't seen another in centuries. How about you partner up with me? And why'd I do that? We can do that fusion thing and try to find some more of your kind. As long as you let Cypher document you for the assignment and let us keep our new powers, that is. If there's a chance to find more of us, deal. Proud of you, sis. What? Surprised that I can be nice? A little, yeah. Not fair enough. This is going to be an interesting report. There you go, that's a very cute game. Pokemon Go GPT by Deadbed. I liked, something I really did like is that the idea of making HMs like individual stat barriers. I haven't really seen that before, and it's quite unique. I feel like that'd be very interesting to apply to a more elaborate game. I don't know what to call it, but yeah. The game was cute. I think all the generated monster designs were quite cool. None of them looked too crazy and dumb, like you might imagine AI designs to look. They looked pretty neat. At some point, the game did kind of just get down to wild encounter simulator, but it didn't feel too bad, and the battles were kept easily enough that it didn't detract from the experience too much. Oh, hey, Dog Dad, welcome. Yes, it is a stinky dude on screen right here. But yeah, so thanks to the battles being very easy and manageable, at least wild encounters being easy and manageable. I didn't really mind all the wild encounters because most of them could have been taken out in 1 or 2 hits. And plenty of healing spots dropped along the way, which was nice. The cat dad. No, be the cat mum, not the cat dad. Yeah. Kakarot's got it. So I'll let these credits play out, and then I believe we have one last game that I started a while ago, but I rage quit because I lost my save data. But off screen, I'll talk about it when I boot up the game a bit. PCs have appeared around the region. Huh. What does that mean? Anyway, I think we are done here. I imagine the PCs are probably just so you can trap other Fakemon. This has been Pokemon World GPT.